Hello there and welcome. My name is Linda and this is my channel Linda T70. Really good to have your company today and thank you for joining me if you're a regular and if you're new. I just wanted to come on and say before I show you the bits of video I've taken that I really am sorry that my videos have been overlong of late. It's not my intention. I don't think to myself, oh, I must do a nice long video. It's just that I do all these little bits and pieces, and then when I put them together, I've got no real way of noticing, because the timer on my camera doesn't seem to clock up the actual, well, not that I can see, clock up that I can't see how long I'm talking for, if you see what I mean. It's probably on there somewhere, but I'm blowed if I can find it. So I'm kind of, and you know what I'm like, I just find a subject and I just go on and on about it. And you know, there we are. So I'm mindful of how long it's going to take me to do this bit. I don't know. I don't think it should be a very long video. So I just basically come on today to show you a bit of garden, because we did some work in the garden on over the weekend, and just to show you a couple of bits about, you know, for going away. And so, you know, it shouldn't be an overly long video at all. So I've got I did a bit of shopping that we're going to take with us, and I packed a bag of my stuff, which I'll show you, and the garden. We worked on the garden, as I say, at the weekend, and it was really back-breaking work, because the two ends of the garden, which I would have showed you in, I think, in my previous video, one had one side, there was two bits of decking either side, and one side was just having the decking taken out of the middle so we could put some plants in there. All will become clear when you see this when it's finished. And the other side, there was decking that had water collecting underneath. And when current husband took up all the decking on that side, we could see why. And there originally was a a bamboo we had, and we planted it in the ground, and it wasn't one of those that really just goes, you know, with the rhizomes that just runs everywhere, but it did grow in size, and he was worried it was going to start coming up in the neighbour's garden. So I don't know, a couple of summers ago, when it was absolutely baking hot, he took it on himself to dig this blooming thing out, and then we had to try and kill all the runners so it didn't go anywhere else, and that was a right old job. And I mean, when we got the thing, it was a tiny little thing, but you know, this is it with bamboo, you have to be very careful. And so what he obviously did was, when so we ended up with a big hole where he'd dug out with the bamboo, and we had prior to that, we'd had a little pond as well, which we kind of didn't bother with after a while. So all in the same area. So anyway, when we took away the decking, we could see that what had happened was we'd obviously put stuff to stop the roots coming back again. So we'd had some old bits of plastic and some weed suppressant and stuff, and so he'd lined the hole with that, and of course it wasn't draining away. And we have clay soil here where I live, and I mean, you kind of get used to using the soil in your flower beds and things, and that's fine because there's lots of compost and stuff in it. But when you actually dig down, it's impossible to get a fork or a spade in it. It really is hard work. He had to use a pickaxe to dig out the bamboo plant anyway. It was doing the real job. So anyway, so what we had to do, and there was about this much, maybe this much, so what we took, about a foot of water in the deepest bit, I'd say, and it, you know, which had collected, and it wasn't going anywhere. So basically the water had to be bailed out, and that was kind of my job yesterday, and honest to God, it's nearly killed me. And then you think, I mean, there's a certain amount of water you can put in your flower beds and your plant pots, but the rest of it, well, he had to take down, you know, put it down the drain in the road. And we've got a patch of green in front of our house, so some of it went on that as well, so it was really back-breaking. But anyway, it's getting a bit tidier now. It's nowhere near finished. We need to get some topsoil. I might say this in the video as well, I might be repeating myself. Not topsoil, some soil. We've got to get some soil to go in the big hole that's been left, and then I'm going to plant that up, so I'm really excited about getting some new plants. I won't go on any more about that because I think I tell you in the video anyway, so I'll show you that. Now I'm running a bit behind here, so I need to get this video put up to go out, and but I'm not sure. I'm going to take my camera away and I'm going to try and do some videoing for you. I know it's not going to be that interesting because I'm not very good at taking interesting videos, but it'll just give you a little idea of where we went and what the place is like that we went to, and what the accommodation is like that we stay in. But we're not coming back until, well, basically I'm just a bit worried that I won't be able to get the video out in time for my usual Friday slot. So it possibly might be Saturday morning, because I don't really want to have to take my laptop with me, and I do my editing and put my videos together on my laptop. So anyway, basically you'll either see it on Friday or Saturday. I'm not really sure which, but you know, I'll do my best, but I don't expect miracles from me. So yeah, I've as I say, I've done a little bit of filming of a couple of things I've been up to today, and just showing you what we're taking. I've still got my dog's bag to pack, and I will maybe add a bit to this to the next video. I don't know, but it's, you know, I'm sure most of you know what putting a load of dog biscuits in a bag looks like. So anyway, probably not on my best form today, because I really am quite tired after all that lugging and whatever yesterday. So as I say, I'm going to keep it brief, but thank you so much for all your comments. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for you know, all the information you give me. I do enjoy, as I say this every time, and I won't tire of saying, I do enjoy reading all your comments, and you're all very kind. Thank you so much. On the point, just before I go, I was looking, I used to watch a YouTuber a couple of years ago, I would say, and she seemed to sort of disappear off the face of the earth. And when you watch someone and then they don't make videos, and you know, well, with me anyway, I don't always notice it at first, and then you think, well, actually, she hasn't posted anything for ages. And I didn't know whether any of you, know if there was a reason why these, actually there's two of them, and I used to quite enjoy one of them in particular, and I've looked on YouTube and not seen anything that they've put on of late, and I don't know if any of you ever used to watch them and know why they stopped doing YouTube. One was called Louis 52 Vibe Tribe, and I did like her because she was a London lady, and she was just quite, a bit different really, and she used to do lots of try-ons, and I think she'd started an allotment and began talking about that. And I think she did a couple of holiday vlogs as well. So if you know whatever happened to her, maybe, because I don't know, I suppose not everyone wants to carry on doing YouTube, but she always seemed really quite keen. And the other lady was called Fawn Figures It Out, and I did see, I found a video of hers this morning, because obviously I searched for her. There's been nothing for ages, and somebody, I was looking in the comments of the particular video that sprung up, because of course some people don't like the comments they get, and some people can be unkind, and I mean, there was something like that someone had written quite long after the video had been posted, saying something, talking about bullies, online bullies, and I don't know whether that was what happened to her, but why would you do that? I mean, these are sort of older ladies, And she was always bright and cheery, and she did a lot of try on hauls and things and talked about her family. And you think, well, you know, folk don't really deserve it, do they? So if anyone knows whatever happened to them, or if there's another reason why they stopped doing YouTube, just, you know, let me know, because I thought, oh, maybe I should contact one or the other of them and just say, oh, why don't you come back, because you're missed. But I don't know if any of you would have watched them, so let me know. Anyway, I'm going to stop yabbering, because otherwise I think that's been about 10 or 15 minutes that I've gone on about absolutely nothing there. Really good to have you with me today. Thank you so much. Hope the videos of some interest to you. A couple of you have said you like the gardening bits, and you know, so we'll see. So you take care, and I will see you on the next video. Bye for now. I got a delivery this morning, a supermarket delivery, just for the stuff that I'm taking away for a few days with us. So I've got some bits and pieces that I don't want to have to go and buy from a local shop. I'm sure these places do have, sorry, that's the washing machine clicking in the background. I'm sure these places have some sort of welcome pack with like a sponge or a, you know, something you can wipe the surfaces with, but I'm just going to take my stuff, put it in a bag, and if I don't need it, I'll just bring it back home with me. So I'll just turn the camera around and I'll show you what I've got. First thing to say, before I show you some of this stuff, is in the light of my recent doctor's information, when I spoke to the clinician on Friday and she was suggesting a low-fat diet, I am going to do this, but I'm just going to do it after I've been away for a few days, because, you know, it's only a few days, but it's still a holiday, so there are a few naughty things in here. But I did buy some olive spread, which she suggested. That's just a Sainsbury's branded one. Butter, because there's just some things, the butter, you know, you've got to have butter. Milk, wholemeal and white bread. I prefer wholemeal. Well, I don't, but I eat more wholemeal. My current husband has white. I've just done a little pack of tea bags. Again, you know, I know it's a bit sad, isn't it? We're a bit of an old person thing, but I don't go buying some. This has got sugar in it. The current husband takes sugar in his tea and coffee. I've got some low-fat cheese and just some ordinary cheese and some ham, you know, if we need to make any sandwiches or anything. I don't quite know how the week's going to, or the few days are going to pan out. I probably won't take both those cheeses. I'll probably just take the low-fat one, because I don't think current husband will notice the difference. Got a couple of treat things for my dogs. This has got some washing up liquid in it. I think I might get some when I get there, but I don't use a dishwasher. This I just found in the cupboard, so that'll do for washing up sponge for a couple of days. This Zaflora is almost empty, but I'll take that with me and use that. Bought some coffee sachets, a little thing of oil, which obviously I will bring back and there we go, use at home. I didn't want to have to buy a kitchen roll, so this is the left over bit that I've got, and I've put a fresh one out in my kitchen. I'm not taking this amount of loo rolls, so I'm just going to take one out there, perhaps. Otherwise, I'll probably, thinking about it, probably won't bother, because they usually give you 2 or 3, don't they? And just for some treaty breakfasts, I've got some sausages, some bacon. This is all stuff I'm not supposed to be eating. As I say, it's all going to start when I come back. Some biscuits and some eggs. As I say, I know I could buy these when I'm there, but you know, if I've got them in my house, I might as well. Or if I'm going to use, you know, as I say, I can always bring them back and use them at home if they're not eaten. So that's just a little bit to show you some of the stuff I'm taking. We'll probably take some soft drinks as well, but I usually drink water, so or sometimes lemonade, but that's it. So yeah, that's just to take with us. And then I'm going to have to do, and let's just turn the camera back round, hold on. I hope you can hear me okay. My daughter's working from here today and she's on a meeting at the moment, so I don't want to shout. yeah, I've got a dog bag to pack, and obviously our clothing. I mean, it's not going to be very exciting, but I'll show you if I remember. I'll show you what I've packed for both. Yeah. So yeah, see you in a bit. Trying to use this smaller suitcase for the two of us. This has got my underwear and a couple of black pairs of leggings, and I like to take my towel when I go on holiday, whether it's home or abroad, because it's nice and big and I can wrap it around me when I get out the shower, which is a lot of hotel towels don't really cater for big fat things like me. So I've got two jumpers. You'll have seen these jumpers before, and under here I've got three t-shirts. I've got this white one, this one with a bow on it, which I quite like, and the one with a star on it, and two tops, because I think the weather's going to be quite nice, and if we go anywhere that I want to wear something that isn't a t-shirt or a jumper. Obviously makeup, which is just the normal stuff. We're not taking anything fancy, and what else? Toiletries, nothing fancy there. It's only for 3 nights and 4 days or something. So hopefully current husband can fit most of his stuff in there. So yeah, just thought I'd show you. Definitely.
Long anyway. Yeah. We'll start to rot.
We've tidied up the garden a bit. I'll just show you what current husband's done. So I don't know how many buckets I've bailed out of this, what was a pond. So we put some, it's actually clay, so it's just terrible soil. It's all clay round here. So we put some soil in, and we're waiting for our neighbour next week is going to get us some soil to fill this up, and then I'm going to plant it out. And current husband built this edging out of the original decking, so I can put pots on here as well if I want to. So I'm quite pleased with that. And I've not decided what I'm going to plant in there yet, and this side, so the centres, we put some compost in there. Now I've put all these plants in here, not because they're all going to stay here, but they're stopping my dogs getting in and digging it up. So I've just shoved everything in there for now. I did move a couple of things over here. I'll put these in to try and stop the dogs digging. That's a white lavatera, that's a hibiscus. The rest at the moment, that's crocosmia along here, so hopefully they'll take. Yeah, and just these pots have been moved around. I mean, there's too much furniture in this garden, I'm aware of that, so I'm going to have to sort something out so it doesn't look so much like a pub garden, but I need to put those away. So I know the sun's really low at the moment. I'm not sure what you can see because I can't see anything here, but hopefully you can get the gist of it. So yeah, I was absolutely knackered yesterday doing that. I must have had about 30 buckets of water or something to get rid of. I don't know, it's killing me. Anyway, there we go.